Well, good morning, world. Yeah, July 30th, 2018, here on the good ship Lilly 2. We are getting ready to have all kinds of fun today. Yeah, not looking forward to this kind of stuff, but it's all right. It's all part of living aboard a boat. So today we are mixing up some West Systems 105 with some West Systems 205 hardener. And we're going to add to that a little bit of West Systems 403 microfibers to give it a little strength. And we're going to mix that all up in these wee little old cups, little bits at a time. We got these little pump set that's pre-measured so that it gives us just the right amount of hardener to resin. And then I got a spoon and a little bit of microfibers to mix that. So what we're doing today is we're going to mount plates. We're going to mount plates up underneath where there was a hole in the deck from where a stanchion pulled out. Well, not stanchion, the mount for the push pit. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold this up underneath and get a, I believe I'm just going to use a zip cord because that'll be the easiest thing to remove later on. I'm going to drill a couple holes in this and then run the zip cord down through it, back up, zip that tight, holding this firmly up against the underside of the fiberglass. And then I can mix all this stuff up and pour it down into the hole that will be then on top of this, and this will help it from running out all over the place. We're going to kind of mix it up into like a peanut butter type consistency by adding the microfibers to it. That'll thicken it and give it a little body. Otherwise it'd be very viscous. It would just possibly run out. We want it to plug the hole and stay there. That's what we want it to do. So yeah, that's our job for today. We're gonna mess around with some epoxy resin and some hardener, and we're going to fix the fiberglass holes where the old push pit pulled out. Now I believe, not 100% sure, depends on how he feels. I believe tomorrow I might be going to visit Douglas and doing some welding. I hope that's the plan. So it would be nice to get over to Douglas's and do some welding, but I don't know that that's going to happen, so we'll see. But anyhow, very pleasant live stream last night. I made a big announcement at last night's live stream, so for those of you that like watching the good morning videos, there's sort of a crib note to that. The big announcement is that 14 days from today, August 13th, I'm going to be pulling out of Manhasset Bay. Whatever work I have to have done by then, or enough of it done by then. So the big jobs are going to be getting the push pit reinstalled so I can get the lifelines and the netting finally up. That's the one big job. Second big job is the wiring for the mast lights and getting that fixed. The third big job is going to be getting the depth finder working. So actually 4 jobs. Depth finder working, and then the 4th job is going to be getting the autopilot working so I can use the autopilot. So I've got 4 big jobs to do, and I've got 2 weeks to do it. That should be plenty of time. Do have some weather coming in, but you know, hell or high water, we're going to get those jobs done. So we shall see how well we can make way through all that, but that's the plan. So anyhow, that's kind of it this morning. We're just going to be playing with some West Systems hardener and epoxy, going to be getting those holes filled and moving on to the next job, which will be getting the welding done from Douglas and getting those push pit back together. And man, I'm really looking forward to getting the push pit back together, because not only will I be able to get the lifelines back up and the netting on, I'll be able to set my grill back up so I can actually cook on board the boat again. In this heat, you know, yesterday it was 93 degrees on the boat. I really don't cherish the idea of cooking dinner down here in the salon. And because of the kind of stove I have, I really don't want to move it up on deck because I'm afraid the hot stove against the fiberglass would melt it or start a fire or what have you. So it's mounted in sort of a way now that it won't start a fire down below, but I don't know how well that would hold up on the fiberglass deck up above. So I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Anyhow, again, Tickle Me Fin, thank you very much for the plates. These are going to work out perfect for what I need. Absolutely perfect. Really looking forward to getting these installed and in place. And I guess that's going to be it for this morning, kids. You know, already got up this morning, had breakfast, did my morning swim. Miss Lilly is, I don't know, she's here at my feet. Okay, I thought she was up on deck, but apparently she's down below right now. She was awful quiet on my feet. That's why I didn't know she was there. She's not actually on my feet, she's just in front of them. Sleeping, snoozing away, which dogs will do. She was sort of funny this morning. I made a knock sound like that on the boat while she was sort of half asleep on the boat. And apparently it startled her and she woke up, woof, 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 and ran up the stairs to go up on deck to bark at whatever was out there. Oh, there was nothing out there. Now, I will say there was a comment made on the video I released today about Miss Lilly Goes to West Marine. Some lady in there was all upset about the fact that I let Miss Lilly off the leash while in the West Marine store. It was my understanding, and the manager even understanding, that we were the only people in the store. Turned out there was another customer. I'm sorry if some people get upset that Miss Lilly comes off the leash sometimes, but she has a lot more fun running around having fun, not tethered to me. She's very well trained, she's very well behaved, she would not bite or hurt anybody. If you're afraid of dogs, that's your issue, not mine. My dog's not going to harm anybody. I know that because she's very well trained. So I laugh at these people that are absolutely clueless about stuff and have never seen me or my dog in person, and yet they're going to pass judgment on the fact that oh my gosh, I let her off the leash. Yeah, next comment, delete, move on. So people are weird. People are very weird. Oh, and I got a call last night from one of my viewers. He was suggesting that when people donate to PayPal, that, and I'm going to do a little bit of a poll on here. When people donate to me on PayPal, I should not announce the dollar amount. He feels that just gives too much information to the trolls out there, because what's been happening is some of those trolls have actually been contacting the people that donate to me and harassing them, you know, sending them an email or messaging them on Facebook or something, you know, whatever. And of course, most of those people that have gotten those messages have like, okay, well then just screw you, buddy. I'm gonna give even more to Carl just to piss you off. So apparently it backfired on the trolls, you know, poor attempt to do that. And then I will say this, somebody reported to me that there was a live stream going on by one of the trolls last night about me, and you know, but apparently the troll, as it turns out, is just a kid. I mean, from the sound of his voice, he must be 12, 14 years old. He's just a kid. You know, he's got that juvenile adolescent predilection towards poop. He thinks poop's such a big deal, as so many children do. And really, again, it helped put things in perspective for me. You know, this is just some kid in his mom's garage or basement or something, you know, who thinks he's all that, and he's got a little power because he can get on the internet and he can thumb somebody down, and wow, isn't he so cool for being able to do that? He's just a child, folks. He's just a child, okay? And so we've got to recognize that these trolls are oftentimes just children who don't know, have no experience, have not lived life, are totally clueless. But you know, that's life. You know, you can be totally clueless and you still have your opinion, and you can jump on there and yell up and down and scream about your opinion all you want. But turns out the troll's just a kid. I thought that was great. So anyhow, I'd be interested in what you guys think. When people donate to PayPal, should the dollar amounts be included when I announce that? I feel it should be, because I think they should get credit for what they do. But I'd be interested in your perspective, especially those of you guys who do donate on a regular basis. What are your thoughts about that? Should it be included? Should I announce the dollar amount? Or should I just say I got a donation from so-and-so? I don't know. So I'll leave it up to you. What do you guys think? Please respond in the comments down below. And while you're at it, please check out the PayPal and Patreon links should you want to contribute to the cause. And for those of you that don't understand what I mean by contribute to the cause, well, sorry, but Wow. Wake up and smell the coffee, folks. Get a clue, get a clue. So as what's his name, the British cook chef always says, you know, from Hell's Kitchen, get a clue. So yeah. Anyhow, kids, be good, be careful, take good care of one another. I'll have my usual live stream this evening at 7 o'clock. We'll see you then. Bye, kids.